We are back for another Monday workout section. Last week's workout session didn't go so well because I didn't realize I was muted through a great part of it, and I also forgot to preemptively turn off the Wi-Fi last week, so a little extra choppiness. So we're gonna go for our stated 147 push-ups. Knee-high. I haven't been able to monitor the dog to see if he's doing his thing, but one thing martial arts has taught me is to stretch beforehand and watch out for dogs. Just to the side so I'm not obscenely putting my crotch in y'all's face, but I try to do a good stretch these days because I find if I don't, have stiffness. But we're gonna do our 147 push-ups and at least 40 minutes of cardio, and then we're gonna figure out what to do with the rest of our day because it's Monday, it's Labor Day, and I have the day off, which is awesome. Surprisingly warm already. It's cool through the weekend. Brought our educator. Knee high. So I've been trying to think about how I'm gonna break this down mathematically and split up the 147. And I figured probably the easiest thing to do would to be just to start off with 40 and end with 27. So probably like a 40, 30, 30, 20, then 27. 27 will be the grand finale. 27's a good number. Has some significance. Hello, Krivik Kid on YouTube. Can you hear me? I want to make sure this isn't muted. So I usually don't start off the stream with push-ups, but this is a special new way. So go on, dog. $20. 30. Those felt great. All right, so somebody last week, oh, awesome, was remarking how I needed to eat, and I actually am suffering from a little bit of a gastrointestinal distress due to Sunday being the day I basically throw down on food, and throw down indeed I did. So we're gonna get our cardio started now. I had like 5 plates of, it wasn't 5 plates of food, but I had like 3 fried eggs, fried in butter, on top of this giant piece of toast. Where's your leash? Come on. And then I ate like a whole packet of Godshaw's beef bacon, a whole fried potato. It was like fried and with onions. And then I had 2 more scrambled eggs. And then I had a giant piece of French toast slathered in real maple syrup. Man, that was delicious. What's up, dog? All right, so I'm gonna attempt to turn you around here. This isn't gonna work, is it? All right, I gotta get this. Come here. Oh, there's an Amazon package. Come here. All right. This is gonna be a little bit of an ordeal for a second, but we'll get them under control. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. All right. So that was a big brunch. I had this like giant ball in the middle of my stomach because my stomach didn't know what to do with that much food. And then put a big giant beef roast in the crock pot early in the day. And I had hoagie sandwiches, Mississippi pot roast for dinner. And then I still ended up getting the munchies and eating like a half a bag of beef jerky. And I probably had too few mini beers, if you know what I mean. So we're gonna have to run that off. But no, I don't have problems with eating. I do have problems with slowing down. So we're gonna split up. We're gonna do our next set of 30 push-ups. Probably at the halfway point here. Kind of wear this dog out a little bit. So hope everybody had a good weekend and also has the day off. I love these 3-day weekends because they give me a chance to catch up on stuff. Sundays are usually pretty busy, but luckily the rain has slowed down a little bit and the heat's died down just a little bit. And the grass has slowed down growing. So I didn't even bother mowing. What are we doing in the chat? He usually doesn't need to be tugged this much. He does have a harness. I just didn't put it on. Let's see. Good job. Thank you. I don't know what that's referring to, but holla. See? No tension. It usually takes about 3 minutes and he gets to where he heals. Usually. So, $10 said hi. $10, $20, $12. Man, is that all I'm worth? So, we're gonna find ourselves a sunny patch up here up the road. Find a place to do our push-ups. So we've been taking a break from martial arts to take advantage of some creative outflow. Finally finished my song that I've been working on for like 2 years. I actually posted it Friday night on this channel, but I got this thing where when things are sometimes a little on a different wavelength, I'll just put them out there for the few folks that got like actual notifications and pay attention so they can enjoy it. Then I take it down for the greater public. But I might post it up in my community section a little later today. But I also just started singing, so I'm very highly critical of my voice, and I always think I can do better, because I do better every time I sing and play it. Not on camera. It's just this weird recording effect. So, and it was kind of a 2-year anniversary to the event that inspired me to write the song. Strangely enough, the creative energy just like came in, and I felt compelled to post it by sundown Friday. It had significance to me, but yeah, I've been suffering from like mind racing and probably what would be considered mania. It comes and goes. I get it from my mom, and I burn the candle bright for like 18, 20 hours. Then I'll just like crash out at 9. Then I'll wake up at like 1. Yep. But anyway, we are approaching our 30 push-up point. They did a strange thing in the neighborhood where they created a neighborhood community reading center. So there's just like a little side of the road library up here. Cash or money through chatting. $100 for the $1,000 for the puppy dog. So anyway, I finished that song, and on my smaller kind of music only sub 100 sub YouTube channel, I am going to be posting that song with possibly 2 or 3 more songs, including a banjo song on that other channel, hopefully throughout this week. I'm also leading a campaign to finish some of the songs that I wrote in my 20s, because I kind of have it right now, but particularly in my 20s, I had this X factor where I was in the zone. So I got a bunch of like perfectly mixed down. I mean, they sound like classic rock songs at this point that I just gotta sing to. Simple. So it's gonna be like a greatest hits album worth of tunes that I'm looking forward to finally hearing. Like I said, you gotta take advantage of the mania while you got it. No. Hey, no. Now you're doing that to your own throat, dude. Good, how are you doing this morning? Thank you. Come on, puppet. Oh, you're fine. Dogs will be dogs. Indeed. Here comes the sun. Oh, man. Speaking of Here Comes the Sun, probably the best song on Abbey Road, and the first perfect use of the Moog synthesizer during that bridge. When he's like, sun, 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 here it come. There's a perfect synthesizer bridge. I mean, it was like Emerson, Lake, and Palmer came out from the beginning. Maybe a year, 2 years after that, with that gratuitous use of the synthesizer. From the beginning, and Lucky Man. Oh, what a lucky man he was. Yeah, that's a great song too. All right, here we go. Let's see what selections are available at the library, shall we? Let's see. Born Knowing, A Medium's Journey. Girl in Pieces. Hate List. we were liars. Some interesting selections. When your world falls apart. Life lessons from a ground zero chaplain. Interesting. Billy Graham. Oh, no, you don't. Tried to get away from you, did you? Let's see. Knee-high, come here, puppies. Trying to enjoy an experience at the library. Ooh, the Merc Manual. Egg cartons. I could probably drop off some eggs here for the put up a sign, easy Spanish here. Okay, well, don't go opening doors that shouldn't be opened. Said it before, said it again. You were warned. Been there, done that. Got the t-shirt. Come here. Let's go. Hey, Jesus music. All right. Wait a minute. Weren't we supposed to do our push-ups here? This is a nice shady spot. All right, puppies. Yep. All right. Let's see. Are you gonna be good? Are you gonna be good? Are you gonna get all tangled up here? Come on. All right. Let's do this. Get your butt out of my face. Dirty. Oh. Come here, bonehead. Were you blocking the camera for the good people of the internet? Chill out, dude. All right, so that's 70. So we got almost to the halfway point. 78 to go. Or is it? No, 77. Math's good. All right, let's go. So I didn't get to monitor him the whole time to make sure he did his business before he left. And this is the house he likes to do his business for some reason. So looking forward to a nice Labor Day on the Homestead. Trying to figure out what we're going to eat today. I really want to go back to my, chicken and eggs or fish and eggs daily lunch. I kind of want to do something special. Monday's always pizza night, but it feels like I should be grilling. And we want to try this new pizza place. Part of the reason I make my own pizza pies is I can control all the meats, make sure everything's clean. I make clean pizza, so it's just out in the world, it's like so much pork is everywhere. I'm gonna call them up and just ask them some questions about their ingredients and see if I can maybe at least get a cheese pizza pie. Try it out. Or I might just grill a steak. We'll see how it goes. Oh, such a beautiful, quiet morning. It's actually a cool breeze. The chemtrails are light. That Pappy DeSantis is supposed to outlaw that. So, but I've seen a few grids, a few tic-tac-toes as of late. Come on. What you think you're doing? For sale sign's gone on this property. Heard the Florida housing market wasn't doing the best. I know the tragedy house is struggling to sell down the road, but it also has a little bit of a dark history, so and that can happen sometimes. Whether spirits linger or images are captured in microcrystalline structures projecting holographic imagery. I can feel something there. So 70 push-ups, feeling pretty good. I think we built on a sound foundation of brisket and brunch. I don't know what you think you're doing there. Leave it! Man. He's being particularly boneheaded about the spot. Please. Well, that was an adventure. Beautiful, gorgeous morning though. Look at that. Got a patch of civilization here with this paved road. This is a gorgeous piece of sun-kissed property though. Kind of reminds me of my grandma and grandpa's farmhouse they had out in Mount Zion, Illinois. It's a little town just outside Decatur, Illinois, right next to Cerro Gordo, Illinois. Little town, ADM's there, Tate and Lyle. Small world. Corn is everywhere. I'm feeling pretty good though. I think that brunch did me good. Due to some of my late night musical mind manias, I fell asleep without eating dinner. And which is detrimental to me because that's where I get most of my calories is dinner. And so that was kind of getting to the point where a breakage. So I need a couple of calorie crunching days. I think we'll pack another one in because it's back to martial arts. The Panganay was actually worried about me. He texted me because I was late showing up Saturday night. And I hadn't been to class in a couple of weeks. And he knows that like I'm the only one that never misses a class. So he texted me. He's like, hope you're doing good, brother. I really appreciate Panganay. And he's universally regarded as a fighter. I'm starting to realize more and more. He's not really a martial arts teacher. He's a fighter that likes to endow good people with skills. And this 11-year-old kid started. And it's his first martial art, which is unusual because usually only adults train in the Filipino martial arts there. And Panganay is very carefully and meticulously starting with the toe to the jab. He's teaching this kid to fight from the very basics, and watching him doing it out of the corner of my eye while I'm, doing Heaven 6 or something. Come on! Really gives insight into the thought process of a real fighter who wants to train others to fight. It's like I'm learning to be a white belt again from the corner of my eye, and seeing it from a different angle of intersection being, I don't have the kata and having to memorize for a test clouding the judgment of why I'm there. If that makes sense. Morning becoming dangerous. I'm not sweating as much today, so I can actually see the chat. Yeah, I think I caught something very COVID-like there for like a month, because I was just so brain fogged. I think that's what started my mania and need for a break from martial arts. What you up to today? Becoming dangerous? You got the day off? Probably not sweating because I don't have enough water. Sweating out the little bit of beer I drank. A little bit. Wink, wink. Come on. I think I might break out some Guinness tonight. Just because I'm not a huge Guinness fan. But I almost bought a Guinness beer glass set yesterday, which put me in the mood for just a glass of Guinness. Just one glass. Just seems like it would hit the spot. So I meant to have it last night, but I had that Dying Wish, whatever it was, ale. But I ended up setting that beer glass down because I was like, I'm not going to spend $15 on this because I just spent $400 on knives. Doing some more writing and editing, huh? What are you writing and editing? There's a video of yours that I saw that I meant to go back and catch. What was it? Oh yeah, I think it was on the bayonets. I came across two. It was believe it or not, it was this really strange, it's probably not strange to the people that had it, but it was a Sig Sauer European bayonet that was super old. And it had some weird, like, clicking ball attachment on the back. Like, I have no idea what kind of rifle that would attach to. None. And he wanted like, I think it was $80 for it. But I ended up buying this like little this little mini bolo and a wood sheath from him. He had it marked 79. He's like, I like you. He's like, you tell me which one you like, I'll tell you your price. So the 79, he's like, I'll give it to you for $25 cash. I was like, oh, okay. Had a hundo produced and got my $75. No taxes. I paid enough taxes this year. What we got going on here? That's probably going to South Carolina, I reckon. Oh, we have a writer in our midst. Well, my hat's off to you, good sir. Uh-oh. I got a tussle coming up here, so. That sounds very interesting. I did some writing when I was in college. That sounds very interesting. Let me know when you get that done. I'm interested. No. Be a good boy. Morning. Y'all have a good day. Come on, puppies. Yeah, you're doing that to yourself, boy. Dogs will be dogs. Yeah, I got the award for the best story in my short writing class contest in college, and I think that was the last thing I wrote, other than, songs. And letters from broken hearts. There's been a few of those through the years. Boy, hopefully none of that ever gets out online. Yep, they are like a giant furry toddler. Yeah, he never ceases to be boneheaded. And he's such a good boy in other ways, though. I wrote this story that was actually based off a rock opera that I already had written in my head. Mostly the music. But I wrote the story that would go to it. Had 2 months to prepare. Started at 11 midnight, the night before it was due, in typical fashion. So me. Procrastinate so I can perform under pressure, the 3 P's of performance in my life. And won an award for it. It's a story about, get this, I wrote this when I was 23, so keep that in mind. It was a story about how humans had to leave Earth due to the sun suddenly doing its thing. And it was kind of the story of the exit from the solar system. And the stories of tragedy and woe along the way. Shout that out in an all-nighter. Much coffee was consumed. Yeah, big furry baby. Come on, dude. We're almost to the property. I'm thirsty. I still have 77 push-ups to do, mister. Yeah, that's also stories that go with music are cool. Some of my favorite bands do killer stories to their music. Yeah, same. The whole thing was, it's very 2112, which to me is kind of like the prime rock opera for me. That and Jesus Christ Superstar. It's kind of a blend of the two, because those are two of my biggest musical influences. Even when I was young and atheistic, my dad took me to see Jesus Christ Superstar live, and I was blown away. I had some of the original cast, because I'm that old. But I will speak not of the things I've heard on current events regarding that rock opera, but nonetheless, 2112 still gets me. It's just the first half, it's just a perfect rock opera. And then you get like, faux badass songs on the B-side. I'm gonna go listen to that today. What band you like? Becoming Dangerous? I'm getting dehydrated. And I have to adjust the beer to water ratio. That's like 95% water. Oh, back to my shady lane. the subtle buzz of the southern canopy. You see all the tracks. Come on, puppy. The Sword. Is that one of those like newer bands? Not newer, but like not old. From like 20 years ago, maybe? That sounds familiar. Man, put some Earl on that gate. All right, come here. You can go do whatever you want. I got some push-ups to do. I had to make this do on the fly. This is not my normal setup. There you go. Yeah. Yep, I totally know that band. They have awesome videos too. Don't they have that one video where like all those dudes look like some total 70s stoner doom metal dudes, but then they got like a drummer that looks like he's like the Xerox repairman. He just totally looks out of like non sequitur. I remember that that band had some pretty gnarly riffs too. I should get some vinyl of that. Yesterday I accidentally froze. Come on. Yeah, see this? It's a frozen chunk of Celsius non-caffeine, caffeine-free that is, Celsius electrolyte water. And it's still a frozen block of ice. So I'm gonna have to go get an actual bottle of water here. We got some deer handling equipment, just in case. I'm getting a little froggy as of late. Especially back here. Man, look at that guy. You see that? I don't know what it was with this year. Everything was out of whack. And this guy, you can't even see that because he's kind of camouflaged. But he's probably twice as big as that last one. Yeah, he got stomped. And that baby was here on property 2 or 3 days. At least the parents weren't showing themselves. But yeah, it's nice to do creative things, though. I can always appreciate when other people create. It's funny because I was able to write these big short stories, but could never seem to just sit down and write a song. All right. 3. I lost count. It's got to be 30. That was 30, wasn't it, Poppy? Yeah, I'll let you check out this school. Stay. I don't think there's any YouTube policies on this, is there? Look at that. Pointed towards my face, why don't I? I'm trying to get it in the angle where you can see it. See? Not in a good sun spot here. Sheath's in pretty good shape. I can't tell. I think from some of the pictures I've seen, there's like an added reinforcement. What you just heard was it falling off the truck and me catching it halfway to the ground like that. We're gonna play it safe from this point on, I promise, folks. But that is an awesome blade. Luckily the puppy wasn't there. So, don't know if we're gonna carry this a lot. This is more of a collectible for me. Look at the awesome condition that's in. Yeah, it's an amazing blade. I couldn't really, I've been wanting a Smatch It for years, and those are very hard to come by, real ones. So I figured I'd keep the money in the local community and see if I could haggle with the guy. And he was a very nice man, very well spoken, spoke very eloquently, which is something that you know, is few and far between as of late. But yeah, talked them down into the mid 300s. I mean, and on camera it doesn't really do it justice. So I'm gonna see if I'm actually gonna get out the Fuji and do a proper video on it. Let me just do a little bit of got to have a little bit of security here. All right, so you see I got my BQT. This is what I do dry fire to. Let's see. Have the craft beer section, and then we have the non-alcoholic liquid section, and then we have the drinky beer section. Let's see. No. Out of the way, dog. That's what it was. The 6 glass quadruple. Yeah, I was not prepared to drink that beer because I was had been running and gunning the whole day, and I was probably already dehydrated and needed some water. And I had a cup of coffee, then cracked that open. That's like 10.2% ABV. What the hell's biting me now? That was last night's beverage. Damn it. Getting bitten by bugs. Knee-high! Sorry, didn't be all loud in the camera. All right, we got 47 push-ups today. Hey! All right here, bonehead. Good Lord. Move it. 47 push-ups to go. I love holidays because the far off yonder highway is real quiet. So the whole morning is super quiet. What's up, puppy? You're probably thirsty too, aren't you? Let's let him in so we can... No. We're just gonna sashay about down yonder here and let you in. All right. You know what I think we're gonna do? Put on a fresh coat of poison. You wanna know something really funny? I have a thing of bug spray that is almost the exact same size as this, and I almost sprayed myself down with this yesterday. Can you imagine being oiled up in Ballistol? We joke that, you know, my blood's sweet, but I think it's just because I drink beer. They love me. All right. That is like, should be like written down as a universal truth, becoming dangerous. That's probably part of it. That, you know, in Florida men, you know, as Florida men, we tend to be bogged down in antics that sometimes, you know, sometimes that'll have us fall asleep in the sun. Hey. This is like that, like a dog breath freshener ball. Oh. All right. $47 is such an unsatisfying number, but it has to be 47. I said it was going to be 147 for a very particular reason, so we are not going to overachieve on that. So we'll just see how many I feel like doing. That's what that. One, two, 4, 6, 8, 9. 1, 2, 4, 6, 9. Starting to feel these. 30, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 40, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. All right. 20 and 27 just was not going to work. I had to go for the rest of them. I am feeling that. Oh man. Run all the way back up there to get my bottle of water. This feels weird without the dog. Morning, Fryer. Oh, she is. Let's see if I can find a spot where there's no chicken poop. Well, let's see. 51 minutes of continuous exercise. I think I met my 147 push-up and 40-minute cardio minimum. I think I got a good 10 minutes left in me though. I don't feel like the run's out of me yet. But no, I don't generally try to slather myself in Ballistol. Let's go see if we can extract the puppy. Take a run to the back property, see if there's any deer. You know, before I do that, I have been wanting to check out something for a minute here. You may notice that it's significantly quieter, or we're finally down 2 roosters. Keep on getting inundated with roosters. And first 2, well, not the first 2, the first 2 are the main roosters, which, you know, arguably was 1 rooster too many. So then we ended up with 2 more roosters. And, you know, once they kind of grew, manifested themselves and shown themselves roosters, well, I had to take the old knife and dispatch a couple of those and barbecue grill them. So second set of 2 new roosters we were able to offload to another family farm, much larger family farm, huge. They like break down wild horses and stuff. So we gave them one of the aggressive roosters. Yeah, they're terrified of me. But yeah, it's been a lot nicer not having all those roosters going off. We had way too many roosters in the hen house, if you know what I'm saying. In more ways than one. Right, birdies? Look at those furry-footed ones over there. I probably can't see those all the way over there. Whew. Sun's intense back here. There they are. It's funny the way they stick in their little clicks. Like attracts like. Interesting furry-footed ones. It's okay, girl. That's a rooster in the horse house. All right, let's go get that dog. Caught on a vine here. All right, like taking shortcuts. Oh, we had this like midget rooster. and he's full grown, but he's still like smaller than one of the normal size hens. Come on, puppy. There he is. Here's the puppy. Oh, that's a nice breeze. Come on. It felt so lonely running without you. Come on. We gotta finish our Labor Day stream. We're going for a little extra today. Oh, sorry, looks like we... I didn't notice till you said anything. I remember the roosters. It's funny how they always seem to have a boss hen. They keep the others in line. Oh yeah, we had that happen. Chickens are savages. They will peck other chickens to death if they sense weakness or sickness. Yeah. They're little savages. That's why I mean, not that, you know, it's a chicken is a chicken is a chicken, but you know, I just speak like simply around people like, I had to slaughter 10 chickens yesterday, and they're like horrified by it. And like, that's like life on the farm, dude. But yeah, they're little savages to each other too. We had one set that got cannibalized, and it led to a little bit of an incident actually, where we had predation from turkey vultures. It was right here, back here in the back property. And I came home for lunch to do my homestead, my lunch little patrol thing that I do. And found them cannibalizing this new set of pullets, and they were all bleeding out the back really bad. So I separated them and put them in this big piece of Tupperware, just giant piece of Tupperware, and put a metal like grate over it so they couldn't get out. Went to Tractor Supply to get some poultry antiseptic spray, which I should have had already, but I was new. This was like years ago. And came back and just found some feathers, a bunch of blood, and parts of a beak. And then I remember I came out back here and I heard something rustling behind some of these big trees, and it walked out, and it was like Jurassic Park. I mean, these turkey vultures were so huge. Like a dinosaur. You know, all those bones Satan buried. I gotta get back here and mow. It's starting to get to the point. It's not unmanageable, but you get ticks. Yeah, well, some women will get attached to chickens. Some women don't. For some reason, I tend to attract the ones that have cold hearts. Puppy! Knee-high! What are you doing? That's where that baby deer is usually. Yeah, we get big, nasty turkey vultures down here. And I'm a bit of a bird enthusiast. And even I don't like those because, well, carrion eaters exist for a reason, I suppose, but they're not particularly aesthetically pleasing. And they cause much dismay and woe around these parts. Every once in a while, you'll come out here and they're so huge, and you get a group of them, and you're like, why is there turkey vultures? And you slowly approach the stagnant swamp, and the stench of death enters your nostrils, and you're like, that's why they're here. That's the thing about the swamp. It is very stagnant, but it eats things, to be sure. Convenient sometimes, you know, if you got a carcass you got to get rid of quick, I suppose, but All right, 60-minute stream. All right, Becoming Dangerous. I'm gonna look forward to reading some literature. And maybe I'll post some of my music up on here. I might just post links to that smaller channel. People can go over there and listen to it. I try to not cross-pollinate the streams so much these days, to let things do what they do. But we'll see how it goes. You get them up there as well? Yeah. Man, that's the thing about this nation. There's big birds everywhere. Spent a whole summer, what was it? '07, I believe it was. Maybe '08, in the Merwin Nature Reserve in the middle of Illinois. Tracking Troglodytes aedon, the common house wren. And I remember I used to pick up the roofs of their nest boxes and grab them and pull them out, and they would like shit in my hand because, you know, if some giant or your creator did that to you, you'd probably poop in his hand too. I think that's why when he showed up back in the day, he would tell people to walk before him and be perfect. Because I don't know what you fear, but anyway, I gotta go. You have a good day, Becoming Dangerous. And everybody stay safe this week. Have a good Labor Day. Shalom.